After a teensy dump below the 50-week moving average, Bitcoin is currently maintaining its level near 32,000 US dollars. But as the DXY maintains the 21 daily moving average and awaits a decisive move, is there a real possibility that the dollar will rally, sending commodities, gold, crypto, and more to Dumpy Town? And after falling out of this absolutely very big pattern, is Bitcoin just moments away from a strong, powerful move? If you came to this video expecting me to tell you up, down, or sideways, then you bet your sweet little tush you came to the right place. I'm your host, Simon Scissor Me Sideways, and wow, what an explosive 24 hours for Bitcoin, as it went up a little bit and then it went down a little bit. But also, I'm here to provide you with some exquisite data science that is unlike every other crypto channel. Absolutely very big, as guys, we're about to be entering weekend price action, and there are some very big concerns and some very interesting things happening. Now the question is, do I still believe that we've hit the bottom around 28,000, where we've more or less, depending on which exchange you look at, tested or slightly went below back about a month ago towards the end of June? While I do think it is very likely, as we've been saying, I think there's some very important things to talk about. And as I said yesterday, I think it's very likely that before we see any type of increase in volatility, it is very, very likely that we'll at the very least, have to have a retest of 30K, potentially those lows of May 19th and June 22nd. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on the description, make sure you see absolutely time-sensitive alerts. And without any further magoo, let's dump in. Goo goo gaga. So guys, something we've been tracking very closely and something I think everybody's very curious about right now is the US dollar. And obviously, there is more and more inflation within that absolute phony, baloney, monopoly money. However, there's some very important things to consider. So if the US dollar trend does reverse, it could very likely spell some dumpiness for not only crypto, not only Bitcoin, right? Commodities though, gold, emerging market equities, they're basically all susceptible or vulnerable to an increasing strength in the US dollar. However, as Kelly states here, the speed of this move is a critical factor as well. So as we know, Bitcoin dropped roughly like 50% from 65,000 all the way down to even below $30,000, right? Its plunge obviously was multiple factors here. We ran up extremely fast. There's leverage in the market. Also the Chinese mining exodus here, regulatory crackdowns potentially in multiple countries, and other factors as well. But as well, the Fed's decision in June, last month, to cut interest rates in 2023 may have also added to this downside momentum. So we've seen a lot happen. Particularly, I think probably one of the most significant things, besides the environmental concerns, which obviously were around a critical time there, but also the fact that the Chinese mining exodus, or the miners kind of, leaving China. I'm sure you've all seen those videos of a lot of miners packing their things up and getting ready to relocate. And I'm sure you've also all seen the pretty drastic decrease in Bitcoin hash rate. I mean, for pizza's sake, if we take this back 3 years, you can see the total hash rate here on blockchain.com. I mean, take a peek at this. Absolutely gargantuan, really happening exactly when we got this dump back like the last week and a half of May 2021. So you see a pretty drastic decrease. Again, that is expected to come back stronger than ever. But this is a kind of limbo period. This is a very, very vulnerable time for Bitcoin's price. I think it'll be coming back very much stronger towards the end of this year. However, this is the dumpy zone, without a doubt. This is the dumpy zone. We have fundamental reasons why the price is a little less explosive to the upside, and as well technical reasons. There's a lot of things going on, all of them we just mentioned here, but the DXY is a big piece to the puzzle. Currently, however, if we take a look at the DXY, we are in a pretty critical level. We've been following this for a while, and it really all depends on how the DXY reacts within this $93 range. So guys, if we zoom out and take a squeak peek here, obviously the altcoins are in an interesting position here, as Bitcoin has just continuously failed some very critical levels. Currently, over the last 24 hours, we have held this lowest level. We've been getting some pretty long wicks. Okay, nothing super substantial, but again, this, if anything, in the short term, and I think most people would agree with this in the short term is right on the edge of a potential big move to the downside. Short-lived, I do believe. I personally, like I said yesterday, everyone thinks I was super bearish in yesterday's video, which it was 100% a more bearish than bullish video. But I never once said, I said multiple times, I don't think necessarily at all that this is going to be breaking the lows. I said, oh, if anything, I think we'll need a dump before a big pump just to get some volume or just some volatility in the market. But yeah, I'm just not convinced at all yet that we'll be able to break these lows. In fact, I don't necessarily think that is the case. So while obviously that video yesterday was 100% a bearish video, never once did I say that we're going to absolutely, in my opinion, plummet below these lows. Again, to me, this still looks like a bottom. Okay, I've been saying the same thing for well, in 3 days it'll be exactly 2 months. But basically, yeah, on Bitcoin's daily chart, bearish. We're even below the point of control. There is one level of support below us before testing some much more critical levels. Okay, so for the most part, yeah, that's kind of bearish. This is the most important chart, I think, the 4-hour chart, guys. We're now we're out of this pattern, and this is the exact type of scenario that you look for before we see a pretty big swing. So a lot of the times before pretty big swings to the upside or downside, people will say, golly gee, this was unexpected. Why did it just move so much? Well, to me, again, I said this yesterday, this looks like an exact setup for one of those quick moves, okay? Same thing like we saw on June 22nd, even back on June 8th, May 23rd, May 19th, even May 29th. But yeah, you see us on this 4-hour chart, even just testing the top, or this 21 moving average here, not even up to it on the 6-hour chart just yet. But yeah, very quickly we could see a big swing. And I'm just going off of what the chart tells me. I mean, you know, if I say that if it's within this pattern, it's bullish, or if it's not in this pattern, it's bearish, then I have to stick to that, right? So to me, it's not within this very clear pattern. So it's not my choice. I'm not deciding like, okay, this is bullish or bearish. This is just what the pattern says, or what the technicals say. It's what the chart says. That's what it looks like to me. And the only thing keeping us up here is this fettuccine level around 31.3. We're not within some of these big support zones on the way down, right? The next big one is obviously a little under 30,000. Other than that, we shot up, blasted straight up from 20K pretty much all the way up to 30K. So we didn't really build a lot of support there. I mean, if we go to this weekly chart, this is the perfect example of this. We tested 20K for 4 weeks, and then we just blasted up to 40K, found support at 30K, blasted up to 65K, and now we're just on the way down. So underneath 30K, there's not much support other than 20K, which would be absolutely immense support. I don't think we're going to go down to 20K though, okay? So everyone's saying that the video is super bearish. Yeah, it was bearish, but do I believe 20K bearish? No, I've never believed that. I've never said that. I've never said I think that's the case there. Could it happen? Absolutely. I would be wrong because, again, this is just my opinion anyway. But whether or not the grayscale unlock in 2 days will affect the price has yet to be seen. But again, guys, I mean, there's only so much that can happen to Bitcoin's price before it does have to make a big swing. And myself and pretty much everyone else keeps repeating the same thing, that, you know, this is the time for action. Something has to happen now. Yeah, that's still the case. It has to be pretty soon. There's pretty much no more consolidation left. It's just been trading downwards and sideways this entire time. But again, on the positive, I still think within the next few weeks we're going to be heading up. At the very least, a very strong rebound up to at least 40K, because we are seeing on the weekly chart, we are seeing some signs that things are getting a little bullish again. And guys, keep in mind, we talked about this back on April 12th, about this bearish cross on the MACD here. And again, we had a little bit of a downside move, and at the time I thought, okay, that's, you know, maybe that will clear it. But no, in fact, this was a very big macro indicator. We got this bearish cross right around like 60K and came all the way down under 30K. So again, I think this is an important thing to be watching. It's not there just yet. It is not bullish just yet. I just want to repeat that. This is not bullish yet. However, we are seeing the momentum turn, and that's why I said a couple of weeks away, I could easily see this shifting into a much more bullish environment. But like I said, does that require maybe one leg of dumpiness left? I think at this very moment that I don't think that's a crazy scenario. I don't think that that's wild to say something like that.
But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Make sure to check out some of the bonuses, TA, staking, anything like that in the description below. Keep in mind, on Bybit now, you can actually do spot trading as of yesterday. So for people that don't like leverage, that think it's too risky, you have another great option there, considering, in my experience, Bybit has not gone down during massive swings to the upside or downside, like many top exchanges. For example, Coinbase is known for going down
pretty much at the most critical moments. It went down multiple times as we were going up to 60, 65K, and went down, the website went down multiple times as well as we were crashing 40K, 30K, 28K as well. So if you are somebody that's interested in trading moves, it is important to be on an exchange that will not pull the rug from underneath you when you want to do trading, or, you know, just get in the way, like something. Obviously, also Robinhood is probably the worst example. I'm pretty sure everyone in the space, in the crypto space, is not really a fan of Robinhood. But without any further ado, it's it for me. Bye bye.